And this is Tracie and Jen. And I'm going to say, it's like, I feel like personally, I talked to Jen a little bit about your call before we took it, and I don't know that we can actually help you, but the reason I want your call to be on is because we got a similar call a few weeks back, and it's something that I know that some people struggle with. So even though Jen and I can't relate.
So just to be clear, this is about fear of death,
yeah,
right?
We're going to let him describe it. But I'd like you to just sort of explain exactly how this experience is for you, and what the issue is.
Well, basically, it's just like we live on this planet for about 80 or 90 years. Mm-hmm. And then after that, like, when we die, that's it. All of our consciousness is gone, like forever, forever and ever. Like, it'll never come back, like, not even in a billion trillion years. Like,
done.
It's eternal.
No, I mean, you're totally, I would agree with that. I mean, I guess if something weird happened in a billion trillion years and they could recall consciousness, that could change. But from what we know right now, I tend to agree with you that what you just described is my understanding, in a general nutshell. And this freaks you out, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been about a month or so, and I've had this fear before, but I feel like now it's getting really stronger, and it's been a torment on my life for about a month.
So, are you tormented by the fact that you don't have any conscious memory of anything that happened before you were born?
No, not really, because...
I mean, like, all this shit happened. Like, stuff happened for like, billions of years before you were born, and you never experienced it. You weren't even aware of it. It's like, for you, it didn't even happen. And that doesn't bother you?
No, because, I mean, I was never conscious of all that stuff.
Okay, and so after you're dead, you won't be conscious of anything that happens after that. It's just like before you were born. Yeah,
but I mean, as I'm alive now, like, I have to deal with that end,
But do you? You don't. I mean, all you have to do is live your life. I mean, I think maybe it's Richard Dawkins that says, you won the cosmic lottery. You get to be here. For as long as you're here.
Yeah, think of all the people that won't be here, I think is how he puts it.
Yeah.
All the millions of people and billions and like uncounted, untold numbers that will never exist. And I guess for me, one of the analogies I've heard Matt use is that, lots of things in life are enjoyable even though we know they have an end, right? So you go to a really fantastic meal, for example, and you get served and it's this great meal and you enjoy the entire meal start to finish, and then you have to leave. But it's almost like what you're doing is showing up at the restaurant going, I can't even enjoy this meal because I know that it's going to be over. And it's weird because all these analogies make sense to me, but I know that for a person in your position, it doesn't seem to have an impact. And that's kind of what I find fascinating is that for some reason, these analogies don't hit home with the person that has your mindset, because I've talked to people that describe what you're describing, and none of this helps them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, what I'm going to suggest is, I'm going to send you to the blog, right? Go to the show blog, Free Thought Blogs, I think /AXP.
Yep.
And just post this. If you haven't posted there before, you'll need to be moderated. So if you post and it doesn't show up, it just means somebody's got to moderate it, let it through. But I would really like it if there are other people. If I could find somebody who had this kind of existential dread of death and was not helped by any of these types of analogies, but somehow found a way to cope and get past it and get on with their life and be happy about it and just deal with it, I would really like them to get onto the blog and help with some advice here, because I don't know. I have nothing to offer. It's like anything I can think of that's like, well, what about if you look at it like this? They're just like, yeah, it doesn't help. So I don't know how to help you, but I can't imagine there cannot be a person out there who has had this issue and somehow come to a resolution, a positive resolution, where they are able to advise other people. And if you're out there, please post your solution to the blog, because there's plenty of people who struggle with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm really sorry. But like I said, I wanted this to go through because I feel for all of you. People get very terrified and fixated on it.
Well, I mean, I've had about the same experience about a year ago, and analogies like that helped me to get past it and to get over it, and then I just didn't think about it at all.
Okay, and then you saw something? Did you see something that clicked it in again?
Can you say that again?
Did you experience something or find a video, or did something trigger this again?
Not really. It wasn't really a video. It was more like, it was just a thought.
Okay, so you just had a random thought and it just set it all off. Yeah, I like I said, I have a good friend who struggles with this, and he experiences, periods where it's fine, and then he'll have a dream or he'll come across some video where someone's talking about death, and then he goes into this again. So
I mean, one other thing to think about, and I don't know if it happened at about the same time last year, but it might be some kind of seasonal depression that you're experiencing, and if so, then maybe talk to your doctor about that, or see a counselor, see if there's a way to talk through this, and maybe I don't know, maybe your doctor might prescribe some medication or something to help you deal with it. A lot of people experience seasonal depression, especially around the holidays. And like I said, I don't know if it's about the same time frame, but if so, that might be contributing to this.
Do you think that could have anything to do with it? Do you tend to get depressed around the holidays?
No, I never really experienced it at this time period.
I mean, for me, the idea that one day I'll be gone and people will forget everything I did is sometimes a relief. Right? Yeah. Good, you can forget those parts, right? Like that's probably a good thing that no one's going to remember some of this stuff. Wish I could forget it.
Yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, like, I've heard death kind of analogized as like the eternal sleep, but like, how can you be comfortable with being asleep forever and never waking up again?
I would. That's like my heaven, right? I'm just let me go to bed and tell me don't set the alarm and I'll be fine. If I could just go to sleep, but I would be dreaming, and so it's not quite the same. I mean, some parts of sleep you don't dream, so maybe it's not a bad comparison. But I don't remember those parts because I'm not conscious. So, all right. Well, anyway, go post at the blog, and I apologize to the other callers. I know I did take that one call; it was very long, but we're going to go ahead and wrap, and hopefully, we were able to help someone who now has to go see a pastor. And thank you to the audience, the cast, the crew, to everybody. We're going to go to Star of India on Anderson Lane, and we'll be there between 6 and 6:30.